Masterminds. Here is a very short video on care to be taken in the last 30 days to exams. So this is meant for students of professional courses like CA, CMA and CS. Frankly speaking, for any examinations, last 30 days is very crucial. Last 30 days is the period of consolidation. Whatever you learned in the previous period, you need to consolidate in that last 30 days. So you need to freeze everything in the last 30 days. That's why last 30 days preparation plays a very important role. But unfortunately, last 30 days is the period where our emotions will not be our under control. Our thoughts will not be our under control. So much of our time gets wasted in unnecessary thoughts, unnecessary fears with respect to the examination. Now, unless we control our emotions, we cannot focus on the preparation. This is not the time to curse ourselves with respect to the past mistakes that we have done. Everybody commits mistakes. So we need to think about the future, how to utilize the available time of 30 days in the best possible manner. So we shall think in such positive manner. Forget about what you have done in the past. You just focus only on the future. So upcoming 30 days is very crucial for you. Focus on only on that aspect. Please control your emotions. Don't curse yourself for the past mistakes done by you. Now, don't forget that you are unique. Everyone in this world is unique. Whenever you try to imitate others, it leads to failure. So please don't imitate others. Everyone is unique in this world. So identify the loopholes in the examination. So identify the opportunities and threats in the examination. Identify your strengths and weaknesses and match your strengths and weaknesses with that of opportunities and threats in the examination, and prepare your own strategy based on your own strengths, your own weaknesses. So you design your own strategy to crack the examination. For example, some students may be very good at theory subjects, some students may be very poor at theory subjects. In such a case, how can I tell you a single strategy which suits all the students? But what we can tell is certain common points which are applicable to all the students. That's why, my dear students, you need to design your own strategy to succeed in the examinations. Try to put a reasonable and achievable goal based on your strengths and weaknesses. What is the reasonable goal that we can achieve? For example, a student who has never achieved even 90% score in his 10th or intermediate examinations, how can he dreamt of getting a rank at CA inter level? It's not so easy. It may happen in some occasional cases, in some exceptional cases, so where students might have put exceptional efforts in improving yourself. Let us forget about such kind of exceptions. In case of normal students, whatever your prior performance is there, the same may get reflected in the future. You cannot perform beyond what you have done in your earlier examinations. So, analyze your own strengths and weaknesses. In a realistic manner, you fix a goal which is reasonable and which can be achieved. So, try to paste that goal, try to fix that goal in your notebooks, study room, study places, etc. Whenever you see that goal pasted on your books, etc., so it will motivate you to work hard to achieve your goal. Just fixing a goal is not enough. It has to be pasted at various places which will be visible to you. You shall always remember your goal and shall work hard to achieve the same. So try to put very small targets or challenges. Every day put a very small target. For example, I will have my lunch only after completion of this chapter. It's a very small target which can be achieved in a matter of few hours. Once after achieving them, try to put still higher level of targets. Similarly, have some daily, weekly targets on preparation. Without target, you will not prepare seriously. Targets are required. So, a government will never achieve its budgets, but budget is required. Without budget, whatever we spend, it becomes chaos. That's why, my dear students, everyone must have a target and it should be easy to achieve. It should be reasonable target based on your strengths and weaknesses. Once after achieving those smaller targets, you start putting higher level of targets. So try to compare your performance with the target set by you and try to overcome the hurdles in achieving your targets. If you are not performing well, don't get disappointed. So you motivate yourself, you push yourself, you try to improve the bar, raise the bar. So that's why, my dear students, you need to improve your performance consistently and continuously. You must see that your targets are achieved with a reasonable deviation. So if you find any hurdles in your journey, try to overcome those hurdles. So try to design your own ways of relieving from stress. So you cannot avoid stress in this real world. You cannot avoid. What you can do is you can only manage the stress. You can only manage the stress. Since the competition is very, very, very fierce, we cannot avoid stress. As there is a huge competition, obviously there will be stress. But what we can do is we can relieve from stress by adopting various methods, like listening to music, listening to motivational songs from various movies. So watching movies, if you are very much passionate about movies. So playing chess, playing caroms, chit chat with friends. So browsing some internet for a few minutes, but have some control on them. So don't forget that all these things are just meant for relaxation. So don't spend your entire time on these areas. If you work for 4 hours, getting relaxed for 30 minutes is not a wrong thing. But working for 30 minutes and getting relaxed for 4 hours is wrong thing. That's why you design your own ways of relieving from stress based on your taste and preferences. Just going for a walk for a few minutes. All these things will relieve from stress. Don't forget that rest lies in interest. When you have interest to do a particular thing, then automatically rest is not required. So doing an interesting thing itself is taking rest. So rest lies in interest. If you do it interested with lot of interest, so you need to like whatever you are doing. You need to put your soul in whatever you are doing. So that's why, my dear students, don't forget that rest lies in interest. If you do it with lot of interest, then rest is not required. 30 minutes program. It's a solution to improve your concentration. Several students will be complaining me how to improve our concentration levels. You put a small notes. For every 30 minutes, try to write in your notebook what you have read in that 30 minutes. It is like introspecting ourselves for every 30 minutes. It is like checking our own performance for every 30 minutes. Even if we don't prepare seriously for 30 minutes, when you put it on paper, by the next 30 minutes, you will start preparing seriously since you have written on paper. Writing on paper, it's like confession. It's like confession. When you confess, you don't commit the mistake once again. So that's why when you write it on paper for every 30 minutes what you have read in that previous 30 minutes, then it itself help you to improve your concentration levels. Don't expect the past to repeat in the future every time. So don't get misguided by some wrong suggestions of some students who are not in touch with the latest developments and latest examination trends. For example, a student who has qualified his IPCC around 5 years back, and doing his CA final, I don't think he is the right person to guide another IPCC student. Reason? So things are changing at a very faster pace. Things are changing a lot. So the situation prevailing at 5 years ago is entirely different from situation prevailing now. Recent examination trends, they are changing rapidly. So believe in the guidance given by all our directors and our faculty members, since all of us will be in touch with the latest developments and examination trends. After completion of every examination, we will be looking at the examination question papers. We will be analyzing them, we will be reviewing them. So based on latest examination trends, we will be guiding you as we will be getting ourselves updated. But such kind of updation may not be done may not be expected from each and everyone. That's why don't get misguided by such kind of wrong suggestions. Before accepting a suggestion from a person, check with whether he has the eligibility to give you suggestion or not. Don't blindly accept the suggestions by everyone. collect notebooks and materials properly. Once you start seriously preparing for your examinations, you may find that a particular notebook is missing. So that's why try to gather all the notebooks and materials which are required for your preparation. There are chances that you may lose one or two materials or notebooks, so safeguard them properly. If you don't have them in good condition, then take a Xerox copy from any of your friends. There's nothing wrong in that. Don't prepare in any new books or materials. It's a very, very important thing. This last 1 month duration is meant for consolidation. It's meant for revision, not for learning new things. So don't prepare any new books or materials which are not familiar with you. For example, you are familiar with Masterminds material only. Then you start preparing in Masterminds material itself. So in this last 1 month of time, it is not a right practice to switch over to a new material or books. Just because someone has advised that this particular material is good, you better switch over to this material. All those things, it's not the right time to do all those things. Be regular to the college even in the last 1 month. So we may give some important materials even in the last month. We may make some important announcements even in the last month. We will provide faculty even day before the public exams for doubts clarification. If you prepare at home, you cannot get this kind of environment. You will not even get faculty for doubts clarification. That's why, my dear students, even till the day before examinations, you come and attend study hours in the college. So day scholars shall be still more careful as their pass percentage is less when compared to hostlers. So take revision exams very seriously. So each revision exam is like a practice examination for your public exam. If you do more and more practice, you can write your public exams well. Similarly, if you write more and more number of revision exams, you can write your public exams well. So take your revision exams very seriously. Take your pre-final exams still more seriously. If needed, you may avoid last 1 or 2 revision exams. There's nothing wrong in that. But don't skip your pre-final exams. Try to attend each and every exam that we conduct. Our main objective of conducting number of exams is to make you get enough practice and to eliminate examination fear. As you write more and more number of exams, you will get more and more practice and gradually your examination fear will come down. So you shall feel that the main exam is just like another internal exam. That is why we are conducting so many exams. When you apply for all the examinations conducted by us, the first thing that we will learn is time management. So without writing exams, you cannot learn time management. Especially it is very essential to learn time management in pre-final exams. Some students say that they will plan on their own. It is highly dangerous. So all of us are very good experts in preparing plans. But the problem is, we'll be very poor at execution. That's why you blindly believe in the schedule being prepared by us. You blindly follow the schedule prepared by us. You blindly follow the pre-final exams prepared by us. If the timetable is prepared by you, then you will take so many excuses in its execution. So try to stick on to the plan or revision exam schedule prepared by us. Revision exams versus pre-final exams. For pre-final exams, you have to prepare consolidated syllabus. So there will be huge difference in performance. For example, whatever the confidence you have on a particular chapter, you cannot go to the pre-final exams with same level of confidence. Because now you need to write exam in the consolidated syllabus, in the entire syllabus. Whereas, as far as revision exams are concerned, you need to write examination in just a portion of in just a part of the entire syllabus. But whereas in pre-final exams, you need to face an examination in the entire syllabus. So you may not have the same level of confidence. There will be just 5 to 10 marks difference between the marks that you achieve in pre-final exams and marks that you may achieve in the public exams. That's why pre-final exams, it's like a rehearsal. You can easily assess how many marks you are going to get in your public exams. That's why you appear for pre-final exams without fail. Our software can predict the expected failures. So if the grand average is below 50, that means there are very good chances that you may not qualify in the public exam. If the grand average is more than 50, then there are very good chances that you may qualify in the public exams. So we have designed our software in that manner, and over a period of time, we have refined the software in several angles. In simple words, pre-final exams are equal to public exam. If you qualify in pre-final exams, that means you will sure of qualifying in the public exam also. Expected weightage of marks. By observing previous exam papers, we have provided you the weightage of each chapter in the public exams. So please plan your preparation accordingly. Since 1 month is a very less amount of time, first you focus on the high weightage chapters. You start preparing for A category questions, A category chapters. Once after preparing A category questions in all the chapters, then based on time availability, think of B category questions in all the chapters. Don't blindly give equal importance to all the chapters. All the chapters can never be equally important. All the subjects can never be equally important. So in every subject, in every chapter, A category questions are first priority. So in all the subjects, try to finish off A category questions in all the subjects. After finishing off A category questions in all the chapters of all the subjects, then think of B category questions in all the chapters of all the subjects. If time permits, then take care of C category questions. So don't blindly start preparing one chapter after another. By observing that document, you can easily identify the areas to be focused to get more marks in the public exams. But remember, that is not final, it may fluctuate. Of course, for example, in the previous examinations, in a particular chapter, you have got only 5 marks. There is no guarantee that this time also you will get 5 marks. You may not get a question from the chapter, and you may get even 20 marks from that chapter. In some rare situations, such kind of things happen. But in majority cases, whatever the previous weightage is there, that weightage will be followed. Some study tips. Don't prepare for any other exams before writing your main exam. For example, in November 2020, you are going to appear for CA Inter. Till the completion of CA Inter exams, don't even think about CMA Inter exams, provided you are preparing for both the exams. Let us assume you are preparing for CA foundation exams and planning to appear in the month of November 2020. Don't even think of CMA foundation exams till the completion of CA foundation exams. Let us assume you are planning to appear for CMA Inter exams in December 2020. Then don't think of other examinations like BCom or CA Inter till the completion of CMA Inter exams. So initially you need to focus only on one examination. Start focusing on remaining exams only after completion of this main exam. Have serious preparation at least for 14 hours a day. It's very, very important. You need to plan your entire day properly. You need to prepare a fixed timetable for the entire day and shall stick on to that timetable on daily basis. And at the end of the day, try to review whether you have stuck to the timetable or not. So wherever you are deviating, try to minimize those deviations and try to stick on to the timetable. So don't change any room or place of preparation during this last 1 month. If you are a hostel student, then don't try to shift from one campus to another campus and don't even plan home preparation. So in this last 1 month, it's better not to change your place of preparation. Even during your lunch or dinner time, try to memorize the things read by you. Just for memorizing, you don't need any textbooks or material. Just you do your work, whatever you are doing. In addition to that, you please think about your studies. Try to revise, try to memorize what you have learned on that day. On every Sunday, try to revise all the chapters completed by you in that week. It is like consolidation. Sunday is meant for consolidation. Because, so what the forgetting curve says is, whatever you revise today, whatever you learn today, it must be revised within 1 hour. So it must be revised once again by the end of the day. It must be revised once again within a week. And it must be revised once again within a month. Otherwise, you are bound to forget around 90% of what you have learned. This is what forgetting curve says. That's why you need to revise immediately after within 1 hour of learning, and by the end of the day before going to bed, you need to revise what you have learned on that day, and whatever you have learned in that 6 days of week, you must revise on Sunday. And don't forget to revise by the end of the month also. Better to use a pen of 0.7 mm thickness rather than 0.5 mm thickness. When you use a pen of 0.5 mm thickness, there are very good chances that when you are writing on one side of the paper, you may get its traces on the other side of the paper also. That's why it's better to use bolder pens of at least 0.7 mm thickness rather than pens of 0.5 mm thickness. You try to habituate yourself. Spend more time on revision and less time on studying new things. Frankly speaking, this last 1 month is not the correct time to learn new things. This last 1 month is meant for revision. So spend much of your time on revision rather than learning new things. During revision period, after every 1 hour, close your eyes for 5 minutes and revise what you have read. This is what we were discussing just now, forgetting curve. So whatever you learn, you must revise within an hour. Otherwise, there are good chances of forgetting. So to avoid such forgetting, what you need to do is you must revise. After every 1 hour, you close your eyes for 5 minutes and start revising what you have read. List out the areas which you have to revise day before your public exam without fail. So just think of your situation day before public exam. In all your previous exams, what you have done. Day before public exam, we will be inclined to prepare everything. We know that it is not practically possible. So we know that we will be hardly left with one and a half day between one exam to another examination. But your mind always suggests to prepare everything, which is not possible. That's why while preparing now itself, you try to list out all the areas which you want to revise day before your public exam. Day before public exam, you stick to only those areas. Don't even touch the remaining areas. Practice speed handwriting. This is one major issue students face in the public exam. So in this last 1 month, majority of the students don't have any need to write anything on paper. So they just keep on preparing for their examinations and they don't write anything on paper. So after losing practice of writing anything, if you directly go to the examination hall, just think of what is your position. So that's why practice speed handwriting at least for 30 minutes a day. With this, you can improve your handwriting speed in the public examination, which is very, very much required. Don't read theory papers before 7 a.m. between 1 to 4 p.m. and after 10 p.m. because these are the timings where generally students feel to be drowsy and there are very good chances that you may fall into sleep. But some students might be exception. So they love theory subjects a lot. In such a case, they may not feel theory subjects to be boring. So every rule will have an exception, every advice will have an exception. Early in the morning before starting new topics, try to memorize the topics that were studied by you in the previous day. This is what we learned in forgetting curve. If you don't revise, you are bound to forget. If you don't want to forget, you are bound to revise. So that's why keep revising, keep revising. With respect to theory subjects, revise fast track material or quick revision notes or running notes written by you as many number of times as possible. Try to revise at least one chapter a day in quick revision notes maintained by you. So as far as theory subjects are concerned, quick revision notes is very, very important. You have to revise it for multiple times. If you are very much worried about a particular subject like ISCA, if you are very much worried about a particular subject like EAS, try to revise quick revision notes on daily basis, that is everyday basis. There are some important chapters in all problematic papers. Try to solve all those chapters once again. At least if it is not possible for you to revise all the chapters once again, then at least revise high weightage chapters that can decide your success in the examinations. If it is not possible to solve all the problems in a chapter, at least solve important models in those chapters. But solving at least a few problems is important. So you cannot keep on just preparing the problematic paper just like a theory subject. No, it's not possible. You need to solve them on paper. So while looking at the solution, you may feel that you can solve the same in the public exam. But once you start solving the same in the public exam, you may struck at a particular place. That's why, my dear students, practice is very important for problematic papers. Meditation. Try to do meditation at least for 15 minutes a day in the morning. This will help you a lot in improving your concentration levels. Be careful in the selection of food. As far as possible, go for vegetarian food only. Avoid oil foods, junk foods, fast foods and street foods. During the time of revision, if your health gets spoiled, just imagine the situation. So your entire efforts put in the past 6 months to 9 months going to vain. So also be careful regarding drinking water. Majority of health problems are waterborne diseases. That's why please drink only safe drinking water. Sound sleep. It's very, very important. Without sound sleep, your decision making skills will come down. So try to have sound sleep at least for 6 to 7 hours a day. Never do night outs. I will never suggest night outs. If you do so, your concentration levels will decrease in the morning session, and because of hormonal imbalances, you may fall sick. Several students have a habit. They keep studying in the night and they go to sleep in the morning. If you continue the same habit, even if you go to the examination hall, you may feel sleepy. That's why, my dear students, it is the time to reverse that practice, to reverse that habit. So try to have sound sleep in the night and avoid sleeping in the morning sessions. So never do that. I don't suggest combined studies to anyone because unnecessary discussions will come in. But if you feel that it is unavoidable, maximum of 2 to 3 persons. As the number of persons start increasing, so unnecessary discussions will emerge. So completely avoid journeys, functions and family trips, as these things may distract your concentration in the last 1 month. Avoid mobile phone. If you feel that you have self-control on yourself, you can use it mobile phone as a tool for relaxation. So after preparing for 3 to 4 hours, getting relaxed by watching mobile phone for few minutes, that's okay. Social media accounts, try to avoid them. They will start distracting you. Just imagine when you are seriously preparing for your examinations, one single notification in the social media account will distract you. So once you open the mobile to look at a particular update or a notification, unknowingly you will be spending hours of time on the same social media accounts. They are designed in such manner. They are designed in such a way that people must become addicted to them. So it is unnecessary wastage of time to blame them. So we need to change ourselves. We need to set our priorities. For us, our future is very important. That's why we need to keep aside the social media accounts for this short period of 1 month. If you feel that you have enough control on yourself, then you can use them as a tool of relaxation. Be away from internet for this 1 month. Update yourself with ICA website, Mastermind's YouTube channel and Facebook page for the latest updates. So because we will keep on posting various important things in our social media accounts and YouTube channel. So you may get rid of mobile phone, but at least once in a day, spend some fixed time in updating yourself so that you need to learn what's happening around. Alert your parents to get ready with fee for next course. Several students commit this mistake. For example, if you are studying CA Foundation, by this time you must be in a position to alert your parents to get ready with money for the next course. Otherwise, your parents will not be in a position to handle the same and they may not be able to provide you the requisite money by the required time. So request them to make arrangements for money. Several students are putting pressure on their parents in the last moments, and some students are also discontinuing their studies. At least they are postponing for another 6 months in the middle of the course as their parents are unable to pay the fee due to improper planning. So for getting succeeded in every area, planning is very important. 20% planning and 80% execution. So both are equally important. You cannot neglect any of this. So for success to come to you, 20% you need to focus on planning, 80% you need to focus on its execution. So that's why, my dear students, never neglect or underestimate the importance of planning. Right planning and right execution are very important for success. All the best, my dear students. These are the tips to our areas you need to focus in the last 1 month to your preparation for examinations of professional courses. All the best once again.